dead, where evil lurks in every shadow, and monsters roam the streets. Mankind's only survival rests in the hands of two Welsh warriors, armed with boomsticks, chainsaws, bad language. These beacons of hope will stop at nothing to obliterate deadites, vampires, psychotic nurses. So, hold tight, strap in, and let the professionals take charge. Otherwise, you're in for a rough, blood-soaked night.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, don't make him watch it again.
Why not? It's awesome.
Hey, I'm gonna have to take the controls off you at some point.
He's drunk. I can do it. Beep. Hey, how punctual are we?
I know, dead on time. Too early. I reckon we should come on at about 7:30, keep people waiting.
Yeah. I think we're only punctual because we're like low level. When we get too big for our boots, we'd be like, fuck it, we'll come on 8 o'clock.
Oh, we'll let those 90 people in the live wait, like.
Yeah, how's it going, right?
Yeah, not bad, are you?
Yeah, we don't just saw each other.
Yeah, I've spent all weekend with you, unfortunately, so.
It's painful. Yeah.
Yes, it was nice. Went out for food, had a few drinks.
Yep.
Watched a shit ton of movies.
We did.
What did we watch last night? Pet Sematary 2.
Yeah, not so good.
No, it's not very good. And what else did we watch?
Oh, did we? Oh, we watched Halloween 2, the Rob Zombie one. We're going to save that for a video. It was homework, that was, wasn't it? Not pleasure.
Yeah. Absolutely not. And then we started Hell House 2, and I was fucking sleepy-eyed.
Yeah.
So Jenks sent me to bed in my own house.
Well, I thought, it doesn't matter. We get up early and watch some more films. And we watched Subservience. With
Megan Fox.
Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't the worst film in the world. It's inoffensive. It kind of outstayed its welcome towards the end. There's about 18 different endings. I think they were.
And we watched RoboCop.
Oh, fucking brilliant.
I can't see the comments again, Jenks.
Because I haven't put them up.
Oh, no, but at the side.
Can you see them now?
No.
Oh. I don't know why.
Great.
What's the difference? Yeah, that's crap, innit?
Yeah.
Maybe I can click something. Kick speaker. No. That's a shame, innit? That's annoying.
Yeah.
Damara. So, and I left. You were going to watch a couple of films. What did you watch?
Jesus. Well, I watched The Order. New film with Nicholas Hoult and Jude Law.
Oh, I saw that pop up. Is it a horror or an action?
No, it's not an action film. It's a true story. It's about a group of Ku Klux Klan members, and Jude Law's a New York cop, trying to take him down. Nicholas Hoult is the leader.
Is a New York leader.
Of this cult called The Order. Fantastic story, proper good drama. Yeah. It felt like a throwback drama. It was a drama you'd get in the 90s, kind of like Mississippi Burning, that type of vibe to it. Oh, and I watched Joel Schumacher's Falling Down. I'm going through a bit of a Michael Douglas phase, because
so good.
I bought Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction on 4K the other day.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, fucking Michael Douglas and his handsome face has drawn me back in. So Falling Down's always a go-to for me. I love that film.
It's so good. There's another film, right, you may not have seen called God Bless America.
Yes, I've seen it.
You've seen it. It's very similar to Falling Down. Bit more comedy, obviously.
Bit more comedic, but same thing. He's had enough for society. He goes on a rampage. Yeah, I've seen it.
It's Bobcat Goldthwait, the silly bloke from Police Academy made it. And it's a bit like, again, another one. It's a bit like Super. Super's got that vibe to it as well with Rainn Wilson. Just had enough.
It's like people sick with society turned vigilantes,
I love Falling Down. It's a great film.
So when he goes into the I don't know what the name of the fast food restaurant is. It's like a Wendy's or a Willie's or something. And
Willie's.
he goes through all that effort, right, because he wants breakfast.
Yeah.
Pulls a gun out, scares everybody in the restaurant, demands breakfast, and he goes, no, do you know what? I will have lunch. What?
I felt like
So mental, like.
I felt a bit like in COVID. Like, do you know when like logic goes out the window? Remember when you were allowed to go back to restaurants and pubs? Like, okay, you can sit on the table with no masks, but if you get up to the bar, you need a mask. I'm like, what's the fucking difference? What's the difference?
I know.
Either let me either mask all or not at all. Logic doesn't make any sense.
I walked into a doctor's the other day and they made me put a mask on. I was like, this is weird.
Really? They'd give you one, did they?
Yeah, I went up to the counter and she said, put a mask on. And there was masks on the counter. She made me put a mask on.
Sounds nasty.
Yeah, put a mask on.
Yeah.
She was dribbling while she was saying it as well.
Spitting on you. Put a mask on, dirty pig.
Won't you wear that mask for me?
That's terrible. Yeah, she was a doctor's you went into.
No, it was my drug dealer's house.
Yeah, or a massage parlour. Yeah. Oh, but there's masks again now, is there?
Well, I there's been a bit of a flare in cold cases, so they're probably just a precaution. But on the upside, I finally got my Christmas present off you, Jenks, which you delivered to me this weekend.
Yep.
And I know it's a Christmas jumper, but I'm not waiting a year to wear it. I can't really wear it anywhere else because I'll get egged in the street. But I thought tonight, because I've got it now, I'll finally wear my terrified Christmas jumper. Out of respect, Jenks, for the effort you went to get me a really good present.
Yes, and if I could have taken it back, I would have, but because I couldn't, then you get the present as a good...
Oh, and he got me a Willy bottle opener from Tenerife. Thanks for that.
Have you got it? Show. Yeah, I saw Willy and I thought of you. Yeah. But there was like a Willy ashtray as well I was going to get for my other mates who smoke. And it was about like €12. And I was like... Do I really need it for like a joke that's going to be like, oh, look at this, and then forgotten about, and they just put ash in it?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm completely blind, you're right. I can't see how many people are in. I can't see how many people are commenting. As far as I'm aware, there's no one here and we're just talking shit to ourselves.
No, don't worry. We got some people here. So you want to read some comments? I'll leave you read them. I'll pop them up on the screen.
Yeah, go on. We've got Jill John. Hi, Curtis, Jenks, and everyone. Hope you've had a great weekend. Thank you, Jill. It's been a great one. Thanks for jumping on.
Hi, Jill.
We've got Wendy Palfrey. Evening, Curtis and Jenks. Hi, Jill. Hope you're well. Thank you for jumping on, Wendy. Hope you're good.
Hi, Wendy.
We got Ben Davies. Hello, everyone. All right, Ben.
All right, Ben.
We got John Moran. Yes,
awesome.
Mate. Thanks for jumping
Jordan.
on, pal. Evening, mate.
Awesome.
We've got Tyler Adams. Hey, guys. Hiya,
Tyler.
Tyler, mate. Hope you're doing well. We've got Ab Palf, the Palfinator. Evening, everyone. Evening, Ab. We've got Hugh Huxor Ridge. Here we are. Best time of the week. Yes, Hugh. Thank you,
Damn
pal.
right. Hi, Hugh.
And we've got Ella Star. Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. Whoa, 1 week went by so quick. Just clamouring, waiting for that Sunday at 7 o'clock. Wait. We've got Sam Jones. Evening, Sam, mate.
Hi, Sam.
How you doing?
You say, mate, is it a boy or a girl? Don't know.
I know him.
Oh, right,
okay. He's a good friend of mine.
Right. I see.
Unless there's another Sam Jones.
Could be.
Jenks, don't check me, all right? I know what I'm doing. We've got Davey Deathray, good friend of the channel. Hey, everyone. Happy Sunday, boys. Happy Sunday, Davey, mate. Thanks for jumping on.
Yes, check out Davy's channel. It's awesome. If you haven't already subscribed. And we've got one from Who here. Do you want to read it?
Falling Down is one of the best films ever. Bollocks to the jumped up receptionist. We never go back to lockdown.
Yes. Well said. Yes. Right, so
good.
Should we talk about what we're doing today then?
Yes,
we're doing our own...
What are we talking about?
Shit, probably.
Just a bit of shit, like.
We're doing a sequel to Would You Survive? We had
know
a
what they
list.
say though, Jenks.
It's never
The
as good as the
sequels
first.
always suck.
Not when it comes...
So sorry, guys.
Not when it comes to our channel. their first ones suck and they just get better.
Yeah, so today we're going to be doing Would You Survive Presents.
What?
The 2024 Steve Soderbergh movie.
Yes.
Would you survive, Jenks? I'd die of fucking boredom.
I would love it, boy. I'd have a blast. What the? Is that meant to be a ghost?
No. Do you know? Did you ever play that game in pubs with beer mats and you
Yes.
do that?
Yeah.
I just did that with my phone.
I thought you were taking a piss of presents like a ghost and just knock something over. Yeah, so we've got a few horror villains. We're going to be talking about them. Would we survive? We had a bit of a laugh last time. We did Michael,
Freddy, Jason,
Michael, and Chucky.
Did we do Jason? Did we do Freddy? God knows.
Yeah, we did. We did Freddy, Jason, Michael. We ditched a couple because time was going on and they passed over to this one.
Yeah.
So, shall we start with this dude? No, give me a break. Hang on. Oh, what's going on? Give me 2 seconds.
Oh, we're going to get a falling down scenario now. Give me a break.
This dude. This badass. Okay. Now, I have used an image from number 6, not everybody's favourite, but I just love that mask. I love the beaten up mask. Well, it's so cool.
This is a weird one, Jenks, and because obviously it's a different killer every time. It's not one singular entity. So I would put my hat straight into this one. I would kick Ghostface ass, depending on who it was. Like, if it was like my childhood bully, probably not. They're still quite tough, you know.
Yeah.
But I think if we're talking about horror icons that we can beat, Ghostface is definitely someone, because it is literally just whoever's behind the mask with a knife. I like my chances. If I've got a knife as well, why shouldn't they not be scared of me?
This is the problem with Ghostface, though, okay? He's always one step ahead, and there could be multiple Ghostface. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you're saying that as if it's one person. He's always one step ahead. Well, who is it then? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I know.
So you're telling me no one thick can put the mask on. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean?
Thick.
Right. So let's say I put the mask on, right? Yeah. And I'm trying to kill you. What happens? You kick my fucking ass.
Yeah, but again, if you think, I suppose he always mainly targets girls, vulnerable girls, when they're on their own in the house.
Quite close to you then.
Yeah, he does fall over a lot though. It's not a very good outfit. Does. Like it's like basically a dress, isn't it? And he trips over his own feet. They take the piss of it in Scary Movie, where he just gets booted and rolled. But he has killed a lot of people. If you think of his one entity, he has taken care of a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, but none of them are me, Jenks. None of them are me.
I don't know. I think all he's got to do...
No, this isn't easy. Look, we can't have a debate, right, where we're talking about if we could survive Jason, right? And obviously we can't. I'm taking Ghostface. If there's one horror icon that we can take on, it's Ghostface. I'm taking it. You can't take that away from me.
I think I could take Ghostface on 1-to-1, but I think, if he catches
you could keep him at bay with kicks.
But if he catches you unaware, he's very stabby, and if you see number 5, oh my God, it's brutal.
Yeah, right. Every single person in the whole of Scream franchise, not one of them was a kickboxer. Not one of them is a trained fighter.
All right, then. Who is the toughest?
I'm trying to stick up for you, gents. Right?
Okay. So I'm trying to play devil's advocate. Who is the toughest victim he's had through the franchise? Let's go through them.
I mean, there's Cindy Campbell.
Let's think now.
Sidney Prescott. Gail Weathers. Gale Force Winds.
No, I'm talking about like butch men now who he's attacked and killed. So obviously the guy who loves movies, he's not very butch. Jamie Kennedy, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not. He's a bit feeble. Has he killed any like butch guys? I can't remember.
Not that I can recall.
Yeah. he's not a very good killer, is he? I think we.
No.
Yeah. Tyler says Chucky would obliterate me.
Are you scared of dolls, Tyler, by any chance?
Hi, Gina. How's it going? Awesome.
Hi, Gina. Thanks for jumping on.
Right, Jordan says, as much as I'm lukewarm on the franchise, I do think it's far more dangerous not knowing what the fuck it is. Yes, it is. I think he's right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. It is the fear of the unknown. Who's behind the mask? What if it's Jason wearing the mask? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you kind
what
of
if
had.
Jason's wearing the mask?
Yeah,
You'd be able to tell if it was Kane Hodder. You'd be able to tell the stand.
Yeah, it wouldn't fit him, would it? It'd be all like really tight, and he struggled, and he wouldn't be able to run.
He'd just be a fat head, and the mask is like taking up that much of his face.
Yeah, and he'd stink as well. He'd be like, oh, Jesus
It's like
Christ.
when Laurie wears Michael's mask in Halloween 2. It's like a helmet like that. Like she looks like a bobblehead.
Yeah, it reminded me of like not like a Spielberg film when there's Halloween in like E.T. when they've got giant stupid heads the kids have.
Yeah, definitely.
Tyler Adams says Ghostface has the secret motive. If he didn't call and talk to me first, I'd probably be fucked. But now I'm looking over my shoulder and looking close at everyone I know.
Yeah, exactly. You get a pre-warning. Look, like he may as well just phone you and say, just to make you aware, I'm going to be around yours about 5 minutes.
But he invokes fear, though, innit? He loves toying with people, and he knows.
Yeah,
films.
To be fair, it's a realistic killer, considering you've got like Freddy, Jason, and all them. It's probably one of the most realistic killers. It's someone and they're just human, but they're deranged. So in that sense, like it's like fighting with a complete psychopath. I mean, if you're willing to put a mask on and stab people for a living, it's hard to bargain with that.
And I think if it's Doofy from Scary Movie, I think I could take him. Because not when he's that good looking Doofy and he's got a cigarette, when he's Doofy.
Yeah, but he's not Doofy, is he?
I don't care. I'm still counting Scary Movie as part of the franchise because it's basically the exact same. They haven't altered him enough to be different.
Yeah, I don't know how true it is, but I'm hearing loads of casting rumours for the new Scary Movie, and apparently all the cast are back, even the ones who died.
I don't
Which
think it
doesn't
matters.
matter.
Yeah, they came back in sequels, isn't it?
No, I'm not saying it matters. I'm just saying that even people who died are going to be coming back. And can you imagine the outrage? People outraged. Oh, is he back? He's dead.
Yeah, it makes no sense. Consistency. I call bullshit. Gina says, I've got a baseball bat torch. And my staff Russell, Ghostface is going out.
That's the spirit, Gina. That is the spirit.
Yeah. Who says Ghostface? So millions of Halloween masks, lucky, yeah.
Everyone, when I was a kid, everyone had that mask that you pumped blood into, the Ghostface mask.
Is there? What do you mean now?
There was a Ghostface mask, and it had this heart pump. And you pumped it and the blood would flow through the mask.
Is it?
Yeah, everyone had one growing up.
Oh, that's cool. Ben says, mother is confused with Scary Movie.
Oh, it doesn't take much to confuse her, man.
The plot is very confusing, Curtis. Really confusing.
It's hard to follow. Every time I watch it, I've got to get a notepad and pen just to write some clues down.
Do you know?
Just so I can keep up with it.
I was watching a Davey Death Ray show with Wolfman's Got Nards the other day, and they were talking about Scary Movie, and Davey does not like Scary Movie at all.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
it's so good.
Yeah, I love it. I think Scary Movie 1 is one of the best comedies ever made.
Yeah, spoofs.
And then I really like the second one. I don't love it as much as the first one, but I really like Scary Movie 2. In fact, at one point growing up, I watched Scary Movie 2 more. I think I like the setting more, and obviously you've got the caretaker. He's so funny. Yeah, he's so funny. He's so iconic. Yeah. And I even loved Scary Movie 3 when I was younger. Not as much anymore. They kind of dropped off a cliff when they sacked the Wayans brothers.
But did they sack them, or did they leave?
They sacked them. No. They didn't want to leave. They took the franchise off them, and that's why they went and did Haunted House.
Right.
Because, funnily enough, Scary Movie 5 was Paranormal Activity, the same thing they did with Haunted House.
So, I never liked the second Scary Movie because I think it just wasn't as good as the first.
Because you're a bore. Just admit it.
But the opening scene is great with James Woods and the Exorcist spoof. That's amazing.
Do you know the bit when she says, "Your mom's in here with me, and would you like to say anything?" He goes, "Yeah, Mom, would you get out of there?" And then she says, "You're no fun." And he goes, "I'm working."
I wonder if I go back to it, I'll enjoy it more, because back then we were spoilt for choice for comedies, and and you'd have to have, the bar was so high that, but now there's so little comedies that maybe I'd enjoy.
You'll probably appreciate it more, but that is one of my favourite openings ever. And when they're puking on each other and he pukes back on her, and the camera goes to him and he just does that. It's so funny.
Yeah, the best bit is when he says, "Fuck this shit," and he walks out. Do you know, there's actually another spoof of The Exorcist, it's quite similar, called Repossessed. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's got Leslie Nielsen in it.
Yeah, and Linda Blair as Exorcist again.
Yeah.
But she's like a grown-up, it's weird. Let's read some comments. We got Andy makes Star Wars. Happy Sunday, lads. How's it going, Andy?
How's it going, pal?
What's your thoughts on the returning cast for Scream 7? I was watching Scream 3 last week. I think the brother was a twin, and that's how the actor comes back. I just think they're going to be flashbacks. I don't know.
Well, this is the thing, right? Is people can get excited about casting rumours, or even when they're confirmed, but you don't know in what capacity they're going to return. So you're hearing all this stuff about Matthew Lillard returning. Is it going to be a flashback like they did with Scream 5, where they had Skeet back?
Yeah.
It was in not ghost form, but you know what I mean, kind of like in her head. But yeah, I mean, if they're gonna bring him back in a big way, I'm all for it. I mean, they're on their 7th Scream now. If they can pull something cool out of the bag, it could definitely be something I get excited for.
Yeah,
I think he's the most requested character because people don't know what happened to him after the first one.
Well, he's definitely dead, isn't he?
Well, that's the thing, is he? That's what everyone's asking.
Yeah,
I didn't see no coffin.
Coffin. Well, I just think it's a flashback, and it's just a bit of dick teasing. I think. I think. I think it is.
You bloody tease.
I just think it's cock teasing, and I don't think that they're going to bring him back. Of like, he didn't die after all. I just think it's not that kind of franchise.
Just leaving all these Scream fans with blue balls.
Yeah, and do you know the guy from Scream 3, bringing him back, I don't think it means anything to anybody. He's like, oh, yeah, which one was he? You know.
But yeah, to I suppose answer your question, I have high thoughts on it if they're bringing him back in a big way. But like you said, Jenks, I think possibly it may end up just being flashbacks. Yeah. Because he's in. Was it Scream 5 or Scream 6? There's a trailer for one of the stabs, and it's Matthew Lillard playing Ghostface in that.
Is it?
You don't see his face, but apparently he's the guy in the suit. Like I swear I read that somewhere.
Well, it could be just an Easter egg. I just don't think it's that kind of franchise, and I just think it's a bit like, I think they do with films, and they're doing like clickbait almost, isn't it? With casting, he's back. Same with trailers. Like, I don't want to give too much away with Companion, right? And I love that film. But in the trailer, he shows Jack, what's his name? Jack Quaid shooting her in the face. And it's like, that was just an imagination. It's like, you shouldn't do that. That's very much clickbait, isn't it? I think.
No, I don't think so. I think as long as it's in the film, it's fine. It keeps the movie fresh when you're watching it.
Yeah, but I just think it's lies. It's like they did a lot of that with. Was it Suicide Squad?
But I mean, the whole point of a trailer is to get your what's the word?
Whet your appetite.
Yeah, just to gauge him. I don't care, right? I don't care.
Nobody cares.
I've completely gone blank. Well, what they're doing is the trailer's there to pique interest, right?
Yeah.
And you see scenes like that. It doesn't matter if it doesn't play out the way you think it's going to play out. That's the whole point of a trailer when you go into the film. And I did the exact same thing. When I was watching it and we seen what actually happened, I was like, oh, that's cool. That bit was in the trailer and it's not at all what I thought it was going to be. So
yeah, I have the opposite effect. I don't mind making you think one thing, but when they use dream sequences or flashback or imagination, I think, oh, come on, no, you can just do anything you want.
Why don't you write a letter to the production company? Because you seem very upset, Jenks.
It's like a character, right, having a dream about a zombie invasion and putting zombies in your trailer, and you're thinking, oh, come on, it's too much.
That's very different. That's a completely different plot point.
John Moran's Spaced Invaders is legendary. What's that?
The Crisps, Space Invaders. Oh, they're space raiders, isn't it?
Yeah, space raiders.
Sam Jones says they need an Arnold type Ghostface. You know, imagine him trying to hide his identity.
Yeah. What's the scariest movie? Come on, tell me now.
Yeah, you bet.
Arnold? No, it's not me.
Chasing you like
Arnold. Yeah.
Yeah, or what's his name? The Beast, the British bodybuilder, not bodybuilder, strong man. Him in a Ghostface suit.
Oh, you know, but the Eddie Hall, is it?
Eddie Hall, man. Yeah. Eddie Hall.
Tyler says, I like that Curtis said, stab people for a living. Is that a slashers union?
Hey, there's bar meetups and everything. They all meet up in the bar at night and talk about their days.
Do you know what, though, right? In all fairness to Scream and Ghostface, he is one of the most terrifying, really, because there is no end to him. Like, it's not like you have to bring him back with electricity. As long as somebody wants to put that mask on, it's an endless killer. And he makes him quite terrifying, really, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Do you know, if they keep pumping Scream movies out, I wouldn't be surprised if they make it supernatural at some point. Like the mask has got like this gravitational pull on it that makes people want to wear it. Trace the mask all the way back to the ancient times. Someone found it in a pyramid, like, you know.
Yeah, that's probably when I'll drop off, guy, and that's probably when your interest will be peaked.
I was just going to say, ooh.
I'll be the guy, I'm fucking done. Beep.
Me likey. What if Damien Leone came on and directed a Scream? It would definitely go down that route, make it a bit more sinister. Gina says, Jenks, let me read a few now, right?
All right. Go on.
I'm a better reader than you somehow. When my mum dressed me up for Halloween, I was put in a black bin bag and a witch's hat. At least I'd have been safe in Halloween 3. Hey, we've all worn bin bags. And sometimes I didn't even have a mask. It was just black paint around my eyes.
And sometimes you only Halloween.
Yeah. Sometimes I was going to school with a black bag on.
Yeah, times are hard back where we're from.
And a co-op bag with all my school equipment in.
Look. That's nothing, right? For the school concert when I was a kid, I was Humpty Dumpty, okay? Right? And my mother cut like a cardboard box in the shape of an egg, and my face was through it like...
No one's ever seen a ginger Humpty Dumpty.
I know. Well, my hair was cut off, so nobody knew. I was just an egg. And... it's a shame because it was before the times of video cameras. No, there's no evidence of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair play to my mother. That was good effort. You want to read it?
Who says, is there anything more funny than the gammy hand? It's so iconic. The little fingers. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Batshit scary. Yes, pal. Thanks for jumping on. Hey, not made it live in a while. Hope everyone is good. Hey, mate, how you doing? Thanks for jumping on. He made it. Tyler Adams says, Chris Elliott is so funny in Scary Movie 2. Have you guys seen his weird movie, Cabin Boy? Yes, I think I have. That proper rings a bell.
He is Oogie.
I'm sure is it yeah, there's something about Mary.
Yeah, is it Oogie or something?
Yeah, and he's got those
zits.
Those
zits,
yeah.
A whitehead on your eyeball.
yeah. Cabin Boy really rings a bell. I'll have to Google it, but yeah, that really rings a bell.
Yeah.
Black bag was the standard for Halloween. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you were in the UK.
Yeah.
It was almost tradition.
100%.
Don Keat. Hiya, Don. Thanks for jumping on. Hiya, both.
Hi, Don.
Hope you're both well. Did you enjoy your beers yesterday? We did. I'm more of a vodka guy these days. I usually have about 3 or 4 pints, and then I'm like, I'm going to drink some vodka.
Yeah, I'm too sleepy with beer now. I'm getting that age where, I get sleepy, grumpy. I think gin and tonic is the way.
You left your gin here. I'm going to drink that tonight.
I did remember. Let's save it for next time. You ain't going to drink it. You can have it if you want, but...
No, I won't. My girlfriend had her eyes on it, to be fair.
She can have it. It's fine.
Gina says, I've heard Maureen is coming back, so flashbacks probably. Yeah, probably. It may end up being some sort of like legacy sequel, bring as many people as they can back, but in flashback form.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Who knows? Scream 6, Matthew is playing a gold-faced Ghostface in Stab 8, I think, but don't quote me on that. Yes, that rings a bell. But yeah, I knew I'd heard something.
Is it the sequel that everybody hated they mentioned in Scream 5, is there?
Oh, I don't know.
Like there was a shit one that they said he went off a cliff, like the last one, and he was supernatural or something. Something like that. Sorry, Scream 5. Yeah, yeah. That's what you're on about. Should we move on to our next monster?
Let's do it.
Okay, so next up we have... it's a good one. We got this guy.
Oh.
Yes. This guy is terrifying. And yeah. So,
look, this is my thing, right? On Pennywise. I can't talk.
Why?
There we are, that's better. It's just like talking to a picture, like, I need to see my face.
Nobody wants to see your face, good.
Not this. Oh, you've crashed, Jenks.
What?
Jenks.
You lying?
Oh, fuck. Jenks, if you can hear me, you've crashed.
You lying?
You did crash, but only for a second.
Oh. Are you joking with you?
No, you did crash, but then I kept playing on with it.
Right. Lucky, I almost logged out.
Just a mean little trick. No, this is my thing with Pennywise, right? He's very beatable, as you've seen in the movies. But in my opinion, because of how terrifying he is, I would not be able to beat him. Because, let's say, for instance, I'm mostly scared of ghosts, right? Ghost movies are the ones that always creep me out the most. Now, if I was in a house with a ghost and it couldn't harm me, I would still lose the fight.
Yeah.
Because I would be beside myself. It would be the same with Pennywise. There's no chance in hell you're going to stand there and go toe-to-toe with this guy. I don't have asthma, so I don't have an asthma pump to hurt him, That's a disadvantage right there, like...
So with Pennywise, obviously he can take any form. So he's got a bit of Freddy power, godlike powers. I think he's very hard to beat. I think obviously we're not scared of clowns, but he's more than just a clown. He's a proper monster with crazy powers. Especially in that house, he can turn into anything. He'll turn into a bean monster for you. Just beans.
I was just about to say, if you're going up against Pennywise, right? What does he turn into to scare you?
So spiders,
drain hair
and spiders. Wet drain hair and proper fat buzzing spiders. You have like house spiders. Like the one.
Not the spider from the original It.
No, that would do not. That could just be a big snake to me. It means nothing to me. But spiders, like in Infested. If he just turned into loads of those, fucking no chance.
What if he was just a little small spider?
Don't bother me. It's got to be like a big spider that you have in a house. Big one. I don't care about small ones. I don't like them, but they don't invoke
but
the same kind of fear.
Yeah, but if you had to, you could beat it in a fight.
What, the spider?
Yeah.
Well, I could step on it, yeah. But I'm telling you, I'd
exactly.
be terrified. So he'd be targeting my fear. And he could be he'd probably throw me in a drain. Actually, that scene in the drain when the hair comes out, that's disgusting. That would actually be that he would do for me. Like when she
Hey,
pulls her hair out.
you could play Beverly. You're both gingers.
Yes, I could be, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's read some comments.
Stevie Ginge.
Stevie Ginge.
Tyler says, Cabin Boy was supposed to be a Tim Burton directed film. Due to his schedule, he had to move to just producing and let someone else direct. He did the concept design for the fantasy characters, though. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
All right.
It would have probably been a bigger hit if Tim Burton directed it.
Yeah, probably.
Just laugh at Pennywise, that gets rid. Yeah, either laughing at him or shooting him with your asthma pump.
The problem with Pennywise as well is that he pretty much he was beaten by some kids, and then he was beaten the exact same way in the second one by the same kids who were a bit older, and he didn't seem to like. It was quite easy to beat him. Really, all they had to do was like not be afraid of him. He didn't need
exactly.
like a
but
bazooka.
it's about the journey to get there. Like, how are you supposed to know how to kill him and what you have to do? I mean, if you're genuinely being chased by Pennywise, are you going to be able to get the courage to go up against him and say, do you know what? I'm going to start throwing out some horrible words at him. Be a bit mean. That would never cross your mind.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Pennywise is sort of he's meant to be like some kind of alien, isn't he? Yeah. That he's sort of been here for hundreds of years or thousands of years.
Thousands of years, yeah.
Yeah.
He's just an entity called the Deadlights.
Yeah, so what is his true form?
It's 3 lights. 1, 2, 3. 3 lights.
That's it.
Yeah, it's called the Deadlights. If you look deeper into it, it's this cosmic turtle. That's what he is. He's a cosmic turtle who travels from world to world. But I'd say the films tend to gear more into just the Deadlights, which is the thing that goes through the air vents. That gets what's his name? The bully. Gone completely blank.
Billy. Is it? No. Billy Tommy. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I gone blank now. But
yes, Eddie Bowers.
Eddie Bowers. It's the light that gets him through the tunnel.
Oh, yes, that's right.
When he gets Beverly in the remix and you can see the 3 lights in his mouth.
Yeah.
That's his true form, basically. I do like the lore around there, but if you really dig into it, it's a bit bonkers when you start reading into all this like space turtle things.
Yeah, do you know as well, I don't mind that he's an alien, but I kind of wish he was a bit more vague because, like, imagine if you found out like Freddy Krueger was like those dream demons were aliens. It'd be like, oh, just leave it sort of fantasy and obscure. I don't want to hear it, you know?
Yeah, I get that. Did you ever watch The Outsider? It had Ben Mendelsohn in it. It was a Sky series based on a Stephen King book.
Is it the detective agency thing?
Jason Bateman's in it.
Oh.
He gets accused. He's a PE teacher and he gets accused of killing a kid.
Right.
They arrest him at the start. But there's this entity that's come to town. It's a faceless entity and it takes the form of anybody it wants to.
Right.
I won't go more into it than that because if anyone in their life hasn't seen it, highly recommend it. It's fantastic. But it is very much it, and it was written by Stephen King as well.
Yeah.
But it's got that same feeling. They track him back to this cave. I won't go too much into it, but
was it a series you said or a film?
Yes, one season. So it's one season.
Right.
They did set up a second series, but it can be watched on its own. I wouldn't be put off that it didn't get a second season.
Yeah. That's the problem with TV shows. If they set up too much of a sequel or a season 2 and it doesn't pay off, you almost don't want to risk the first one.
Yeah, I felt like when it finished, I thought, do you know what? It doesn't need a second season, but they did set it up.
Yeah, it's a bit like I watched Obliterated when it came out, the Vegas thing. I really enjoyed it, and they were hoping for a season 2, but it's kind of self-contained. I think if they'd made a follow-up, it would have just been like trying to come up with a concept rather than like setting something up.
Yeah,
I wish more shows would have got. I'm going to read this now. Ella Star says, Pennywise seems easy to beat. Laugh, show no fear. And what was it? They sprayed water, asthma pump.
Asthma pump, yeah.
It's called Ventolin, and it's just, that's all it was. I used to have asthma, and I used to have Ventolin when I was a kid. Yeah, if I can kill a monster, that's pretty weak. You'd never kill Freddy with an asthma pump. No chance.
No chance.
Dawn says, Phil, I'm glad you got rid of the picture of Pennywise. I watched the original part 1 of it, and I had a nightmare after watching the film. Even to this day, I still remember that the nightmare. Yeah, I think Tim Curry's one is just as horrifying. They're pretty much, I think with these two versions, I think it's easy to gravitate to the new one because it's modern. But I just remember finding Tim Curry's version so unsettling. On the whole show.
Yeah, it was growing up. It was almost like a dare. It was always the movie. If you stayed over a friend's house, it was always like, oh, should we watch it? And considering it came out in the 90s, early 90s,
1990.
Yeah, there we are. So say I was at that age, maybe in like, I don't know, 2000, 2005 maybe. People still watching it, kids in sleepovers still watching it. I had it on DVD, and I'd always take it over to sleepovers. We obviously never finished all 6 hours of it, but it was always that film. It was like, oh, we got to watch Pennywise. Like, so scary. And that opening scene with the little girl in her front yard, and you've got the washing flicking and the line.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
You just get glimpses of him. Oh my God, it's nightmare fuel.
And isn't it something a bit more unsettling? Like we said about British TV shows or films where they're cheaper and looks a bit creepier. Sometimes those old, American TV shows or TV movies, they look creepier because they're a little bit cheaper.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
There's something off about it, and I don't know what it is.
Sometimes big productions, it takes away from the reality of it. It's not something you can really connect with. Now, I got that with the new hits. I prefer them. I love them, but they're not films that scare me. I just thought they were fantastic horror films. Whereas the original It, absolutely terrifying. It's nightmare fuel, and it's something that's kind of stuck around to adulthood as well. If I watch it now, I still get that same gut feeling. Yeah. It's definitely the scarier of the two.
Yeah, I love doing that. That smug movie fan thing, the pedantic, when somebody says, talks about like, the old Tim Curry movie, and I'm like, it's a mini series. Oh no, it's a film. Like, I think you'll find. I think in my head, like, why do I do it? Who cares?
I've done it.
If you Google it.
I've done it with Salem's Lot. I mean, if you're a film fan, you're allowed to be a dick sometimes.
Well, in all fairness to you or I, they shouldn't question it. If I pull them up, they should go, oh, is it? But when they say, are you sure? I'm like, oh, look, don't ask me if I'm sure. It's a fucking mini-series. Yeah. Do you want to read a couple of these, Kurt?
Tyler, I don't think I'd get that far with Pennywise. I would crumble immediately. Yeah, I'm the exact same, pal. As if you're going in with zero knowledge as well on how to beat this guy, like I said, if I had to go up against a ghost and it couldn't harm me, I'd be an absolute mess. Do you know, you see those people that go grey from fright? Yeah. Yeah, I'm grey instantly.
Yeah. Could you kill Pennywise with a bazooka? He's not really made. If he's made of light, it just wouldn't do anything, would it?
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Could you capture him, man? Could you tie him down in his clown form and beat the shit out of him? And would he be there? Because I think if he's light, he can be multiple places, isn't it?
Yeah, no, I don't think you could. I don't think it's something you can tie down or blow up.
No one's ever tried it.
I think it's more psychological in it. No one's ever tried.
Yeah, no one's ever
there's
tried.
A reason, Jenks, because they know not to.
Yeah, but they at least try, and they're like, oh no, we tried, but it's pointless.
Yeah, because 12-year-olds always knock about with bazookas on them.
No,
Jenks.
I'm talking about the grown-ups. They can afford bazookas.
Where'd you get a bazooka from?
Look, they're all rich.
You can't pop to
they're
your
all
local
successful.
store and go, I'll buy a bazooka.
They could hire some like military guys and go down that sewer and just take him out with just explosives.
So I'm in the film, right? And I go, right, we're gonna hire an army, right, to go take this guy out. Phone up the US Army. Hiya guys, there's a clown terrorising our small town.
No.
Is there any chance you could spare a few guys, come down the sewers with us and kill this clown? They'd hang up, Jenks.
I'm not talking about the army. I'm talking you can hire like a private military operation, yeah, and they could go like a small little team of guys. You're talking about America now.
A small team of mercenaries. Like.
We're not talking about Llanelli with a couple of guys with baseball bats. The end of it, it's an awesome movie, and I gotta say, it's hard. Obviously, most people don't like the second one as much because it's not as fun, but you know, the character of Pennywise is one of the greatest monsters ever. I think.
100%.
He's incredible.
I love the story, I love the lore, I love the character. I cannot wait for Welcome to Derry. Did you know, right, it's been confirmed, they're doing 3 seasons, and every season is going to go further back in time. I think 100 years between each season. So I think it starts in 1950, and then it'll go back 100 years, and then it'll go back 100 years again.
Well, so they've greenlit 3 seasons, or are they just talking about it?
No, they've greenlit 3 seasons.
Really?
Because it's going to be a hit. I think it's a guaranteed thing. The only thing that's going to hold it back is if when it comes out and the 500 million people who watch it go, this is shit, we don't want more, then fair enough. But I know for a fact when that gets dropped, people will be watching it. They will get the numbers that they've predicted.
Do you think that, let's say it's a big hit, let's say they've said 3 and they think, oh, it's a big hit, we have to keep going. And they've got this gimmick of 100 years, and then they're going so far back, they're thinking, we're in the fucking cavemen days now. Are they even going to know where a fucking clown is? They'd be like, the fuck is that? Clown, innit? You know?
Trying to show them juggling, you know?
Yeah, you're clowns now. Oof, right? Your kids will. Get them out, yeah. I don't think they will, mate.
They'd probably eat him. They'd throw a few sticks at him and eat him.
Yeah.
Get your kids out, you know?
Yeah, I'm telling you now, they won't like me. You just be wondering the earth, they go, nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
they have to keep the gimmick. Right, Jordan Moran says, I generally speaking throw out harsh language at people anyway, so Pennywise would be fucked. Yeah. Yeah. The Outsider is immense. Oh, do you know, I'll have to give it a chance.
Yes, Jenks, it is fantastic. Yeah, I loved it. I am disappointed it didn't get another season, but it's perfectly fine as its own thing.
See, I thought it was something to do with he's got like a series called Finders Keepers, like an agency, and I thought when I saw the book Outsider, I thought it was connected because a few of his books have been part of that. And I thought,
do you know, I was devastated when Castle Rock got cancelled. Loved that.
I never watched it.
Loved it. Like, oh my God, it was so good. Proper Stephen King.
Who
says
we need to sort
this. We need a system here, Jenks. We need a system. Like, this is embarrassing. People are leaving. If people are leaving alive. Who says Tim Curry playing the clown will never be beaten? I agree in some way. I do prefer the new one, but they're both so different, and they've both got their strong points. I just think overall the new ones are more for me. But regardless, I love them both, and Tim Curry's as iconic as they come. But amazing stuff.
Yeah.
Jordan says a Ventolian bazooka for sure.
Ventolins, that drug.
Ventolin,
for the asthma drug.
Oh, there we are, yeah, there we are. Me slagging you off for not being able to read. Tyler says the basement of an army surplus gun store like in Falling Down, bazooka. Yes, with that Nazi guy.
Yeah, we need that guy from Simpsons, guy with the one arm. I've forgotten his name now.
I don't know.
What
about Burt Gunner from Tremors?
Oh yes, the guy who was so bad at acting, he's in them all.
Yeah,
Poor bastard.
It's only because they could afford him.
Yeah,
do you know usually in there, like if you bring someone back for a sequel, you have to pay them more because they become like hot property.
Yeah, it's like
No. He got
like,
paid less for the newest one. This is 10 grand less than what I got paid for Part 8, man.
What are you gonna do? Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
It's was it you who told me? I have seen it where it's set in the snow, but they changed the light. Oh, wasn't you? Somebody else, and they changed the tone to make it look like sand or snow. I can't remember which way around.
Snow, probably. I haven't seen past 4.
No, I was a client of mine, and he said, like, you could tell it's sand and not snow. That's awesome. Quite clever, really. Quite resourceful.
Oh,
Easy to-
absolutely.
Yeah. So do you read this, Kurt?
Cavemen time. Pennywise does a cartwheel and the caveman gets the idea for the wheel.
Yeah.
Like on there, like Pennywise in modern day, like, do you know when the kids are picking on him? He's like, you like tires, yeah? That was me. That was me.
Look.
Thanks a bunch. This is what I get.
Yeah.
Guys, we need a Hammer horror review. That's broad. But yeah, I suppose we could do a top 5 Hammer movies or Hammer episodes. I'd be up for that, Jenks.
I would be up for it. It'll probably bomb more, you know, for our channel. Not because the subject matter's crap. It's just I don't think the channel, the algorithm very much likes anything outside like Freddy Krueger with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Outsider has Paddy Considine, enough said. Oh, absolutely. He's amazing. What a guy.
Yeah.
That line from Dead Man's Shoes. You're there, mate. You're there. Oh my God, it's so iconic.
I love that movie so much. It's so
amazing.
Brilliant. It's like a feel good horrible movie. Like there's not much to with Shane Meadows movies. There's not much feel good, but that is kind of somewhere in between. It's satisfying because he's fucking up these baddies, but it's still got the bleakness of like this is England.
Do you know what I love about it is that like the guys he's going up against are genuinely to be feared, and he just has no fear.
Yeah.
And he becomes one of the most intimidating characters in movie history. That bit where I said, and he's like, get back in your car. And he tells him when he was like, I was watching you sleep last night and a blade to your throat.
Yeah.
This is what you're going up against. Like, oh, amazing. It's such a good film.
Yeah, it's like when you think of Psychos, it's like...
And a great twist.
Crazy will always beat crazy. If somebody's crazier than you, it's like, oh, do you know what? We're fucked. This guy doesn't care. Yeah. It's awesome. Right, so for me, Pennywise is like a Freddy Krueger character. He's like got godlike powers. Yes, he's been beaten, but it's not an easy beat. And to be honest, when he gets beaten at the end of the second one, there's no doubt that he can't come back in another 27 years or something. You know, because
he probably will. He may not even be beatable. Do you know what I mean? Like, he may not be beatable. Like, yes, the kids got rid of him for now. He's fed. He'll be back in 27 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Batshit Scary says, should find films one of you loves, and the other hates it, like Street Trash. Just call it love it or hate it. We were at, do you know what, pal? We have been talking about doing something similar to that, is reviewing a film that I love that you hate, and me kind of guiding you through the review then, and me asking you questions.
Yeah. We probably
but that's a cracking idea, pal. Definitely something we could do.
Yeah.
Kind of like Presents last week.
Yeah.
I hated it. You loved it.
It was the first time ever, well, not ever probably, but since we've done this channel where we were completely opposite. I give it 5, you give it 1. Like we've been like slightly different on, like, you know, where I really like Long Legs and Late Night with the Devil. You weren't that fussed. it did. So it didn't invoke any banter. It was just like, oh, all right, didn't like it as much as me. It's not so much fun then.
Yeah,
But
I get that.
but yeah, I think Street Trash is definitely one because it's a piece of shit. What else? What else do you love that I hate or you think I would 100% hate? Pretty much
There's too many,
anything.
Janks. Pretty much
Anything from
anything
your
that I like.
shelf.
Anything. Yeah. Anything that I like, you would probably hate. When we watch films together, I've got to be careful of what I'm showing you, like.
Careful.
Yeah. Because we
See if
may
I
end
gotta
up in an
fist
argument
you.
that we can't, there's no turning back from it, like.
Turning back.
Hateful Eight's one that I adore and you hate.
I wouldn't say I hate this. It's my least favorite one. It's got things I like about it, but it's got massive problems. Hate is a strong word. If I had said hate in the past, I was just I was exaggerating. I love that guy so much, Tarantino, and it kind of bugged me. But no, I definitely don't hate it. I've seen it twice.
You're just showing up now for the podcast.
Well, I might have said I hated it at the time.
We were in Manchester once and we had such a vicious argument about Hateful Eight. You had to walk away.
Swinging.
You had to walk away from me. I was ready to go all in.
After I'd beaten you up, I walked away from the floor. Right, shall we move on?
Yes.
Right, we've been talking an hour. We've only done 2 monsters. Okay, so next up we've got one of my favourites ever. Doesn't get enough love, I think, and it's this gentleman, and it is the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. Yeah. This guy is a fucking badass. I wish he had more love, but he doesn't. I just don't know. I think maybe because there hasn't been enough good films, but then saying that there's been 2 films, that's quite a lot.
I think he does have a lot of love. A lot of people were excited when Creepers Jeepers.
Creepers Jeepers.
Jeepers Creepers 3 was coming out. I mean, he's got a big fan base. There's a lot of buzz around him. Now, I don't think he's as big as the big 5 or the big 4, simply because of the director and the lack of movies. There was 2 for a very long time. Only 2, I should say, for a very long time. And then the 3rd and 4th one were absolutely dogs. So any momentum it could have picked up, it lost. I feel like the second one also isn't as popular as the first one. Yeah. And then the first one is seen as just an early 2000s horror movie. I love them.
Do you know?
I hadn't watched them in years, and I rewatched them last year, 1 and 2, and I just loved them. The second one, I never got on with it that much because I loved I'd say the mystique around him in the first one, and then that was all out the window in the second one, but I appreciated it for being like this big A-list monster movie, like big budget, big scares, big gore, big everything, like, and I kind of wanted to go back to the first one.
I think for me, I found it quite strange, right, that there's a lot of love for Jeepers Creepers, but if you look on Rotten Tomatoes, critics and audiences, you're talking like the first was like 40% both critics and audience, and number 2 was got in the 20s. I think it's like both ends again. It's like, fucking hell, how's that like?
But that is the making of a cult movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, some of the biggest cult movies of all time have got shit ratings. They're just movies that were appreciated a lot a long time after they were released.
Yeah, but it's strange. I find it like you think that the audience would like love it, and over time they would keep adding their scores and they would go up because like Terrifier, I don't think it had. Does it have good critics and audience or just audience? I
don't know about the first one, but 2 and 3 do. 2 and 3
yeah,
are great
it's
reviews.
I think what I love about the second one is, like, I love the first one. I love the start, and I would say the start is the best when you don't know if he's a monster. I don't have a problem with him being a monster. I stuck it on for my daughter a few years ago, and she said, "Oh, I didn't like it when he's a monster. I'd rather it when he was just like a murderer chasing him on the pipe." And I'm like, I get that. It's terrifying, and obviously what's great about Jeepers Creepers, actually, we're talking about trailers, is that they had the balls to keep it a secret, isn't it? They had a.
I don't remember the marketing for it. I was really young.
Oh, it was all like one of the most terrifying movies ever. It was just the truck and the pipe, and that was all you saw, and that was enough. And I suppose that was enough to make you think this looks cool, but they kept it a secret, and it was a big twist. I wonder if they'd have the balls to do that now. Probably not.
No, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
I'm going to put some
not.
comments up. Where are we?
He won't get more love because Salva is the real monster. Yes, exactly, pal. Unfortunately, a lot of people, including myself, don't really like to separate the maker from the product. It's hard to. Now, I see why it's kind of been forgotten for those reasons. But I would love them to get away from Salva, reboot it with a new creator, and pump some money into it, make a good horror movie. But yeah, that's I think that's one of the biggest factors here is the director himself.
You obviously haven't seen the fourth one, Kurt, because that's exactly what they did. No money though.
Yeah, but no. Well, I watched. I didn't want to watch the fourth one, but I've watched like a half-hour video on YouTube. There's this guy who rips apart movies. Yeah. And I've seen all the shoddy scenes and all the shit effects they have in it. But there's one scene where there's a girl outside the truck and she's running on grass, but for some reason they didn't film it on set, and you can see it's a green screen because her feet are about that much off the floor, and she's clearly running in one spot. Oh my God.
Is it...
There should never be any scenario, right, where you're not able to film someone running on grass.
Yeah.
Don't tell me there's that much budget restriction where you can't afford to take the actor and a camera out into a field and film them running on grass.
Yeah, it's like Blade 3 where they didn't have the time to film his eyes open. They had to put his eyes in after.
He refused to open his eyes. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, there was something about Jessica Alba in the first Fantastic Four. There was a scene where, he said, I think he said something like, you're too ugly when you cry. So they filmed it like normal and he put CGI tear. Oh.
That's one of the reasons why I think she quit acting and now she's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Apparently. Do you know there's a scene in Superman 1 where he's running next to the train and he's got that he's running like that. And you think, I've seen a few films where they're filming somebody running and I'm like, but you people why can't you just run and just film somebody running?
Just run, like.
And just slow it down.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Don says, Jeepers Creepers, loved those films. Yes, so good.
Right. We haven't talked about whether we survive him or not. We forgot. we're just loving the film.
Jenks, there's no point. Absolutely not. He can regenerate.
He's quite similar to Pennywise, actually. The 27 days or 23 days he's got. No,
I suppose in law, but he's a straight-up killer. I mean, he wouldn't be out of place in a Matrix movie, all the flips and shit he can do. He's super agile. He's great with weapons. He can jump. He can fly. Yeah. He can regenerate. You chop his arm off and come right back. I would rather my chances against Jason than the Creeper all day long. I think he is the most efficient killer ever put to film. And the most terrifying.
I'd say Freddy is a bit more efficient because you can't escape him, and you're always going to have to sleep.
Yeah, but forget about Freddy now. He's a dream demon, right? I'm talking about straight up killers, like.
The Creeper is nails. He even fashions his own weapons. He actually puts a bit of care into it.
Yeah. And he's wicked good on a sewing machine.
Yeah,
it's a good skill to have. It's a good skill to have.
He's been around so long, he's just mastered these skills.
Whistling.
Do you know, there's a flaw, like they talk about a flaw, and I don't see it. And they're saying, well, why has he got a van if he can fly and things? But I think he uses it to store up bodies so he can just, stack them up and take them to the pipe.
Well, and it's a lot to do with blending in as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, if he's going about in broad daylight, flying about everywhere, he's just going to get seen all the time. And they're going to have the army there. But if he's driving about in a van, there's less chance of him being caught. I don't think that's a flaw at all. Well, I think he's going under the radar, even though his van looks like a serial killer's van.
Well, that's what I was saying. If he really wanted to blend in, he'd have like a smart car or something. And he just... with his wings.
A Hyundai, like.
Yeah.
A Kia Picanto.
He's in a traffic jam. Yeah, all right? Yeah, but I think you'd avoid him as well. If you saw that van, you probably wouldn't want to make eye contact with the driver as well. So it's quite a good idea, really.
Yeah, definitely. You're avoiding that guy. But
yeah.
I think it's more to do with just the ease of driving about. You can't go flying about in the broad daylight, man.
I want to know how he gets petrol. How does he fill it up with petrol?
He's got a petrol tank somewhere, ain't he, Goro? He's got a petrol tank somewhere.
Yeah, he's not going to go into the garage.
Or it's a ghost car, isn't it? It runs on souls or something, like, you know?
Yeah. Good on you from Tyler Adams. Jenkins will be calling up Curtis with a voice changer saying, "What's your favourite Tarantino movie?" Jenks?
Yeah. Jenks?
Yeah. Andy makes Star Wars says the first Creeper film for me is really good and rewatchable. Yeah. No love for the second one.
That's always a big selling point for me. I know I've said it a few times on the podcast. It's rewatch value. If you watch a film and you can just keep watching it over and over again, that for me is the mark of a great movie. And the first one and the second one have got that. And the best scene in the first one, right? Because I was talking about how agile this guy is in the police station when he's just taking everyone out.
Oh yeah, like Terminator.
Oh my God, he's so good. You were not beating that guy. There's no chance.
And Jonathan Breck, I think his name is, the guy who plays the Creeper. He is up there with Kane Hodder of like he embodies that performance.
Oh God, yeah.
He's so frightening. Like obviously the guy they picked in the fourth one is just a normal bloke. There's no presence. It's not just the makeup. I know obviously, you know, the makeup is amazing in the first two.
Well,
but it's the performance.
You've got to go for face shape as well. They didn't match the new actor up whatsoever. They just went for any person they could find that would do it. Yeah. It's all about your bone structure as well. If you look at some of the other actors that have played Pinhead, and their face structure is in there. Yeah. It's all about the face structure because Jason, it doesn't matter. You've got the makeup and the mask on. But if you're recasting these guys where you need their facial expressions, you need their bone structure. Yeah. You've got to stay close to the original.
And it's mad that sorry.
I was just going to say he looks fantastic.
Yeah, and isn't it mad like how good somebody like Kane Hodder is that can be, people prefer him even though he's got a mask on, and you still know, oh, that's Kane Hodder, and I prefer him even though people come close, like you said. He's got so little to work with that it's like, okay, you can't see my face, but I'm going to make sure I stand out and I make good impression.
Yeah. He did a great job.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's very rewatchable. I've seen it countless times. I was lucky enough to see it in the cinema. And like I said, I went in blind. It was early days of internet. It was 2001, so you didn't have much going on for spoilers. And I didn't know it was a monster. And it was such a twist. I was like, fuck, he's a monster. This is it. And I loved it. I wasn't disappointed. I thought, oh, that's great. It's cool. I love monsters.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I? Batshit Scary says, remember renting Jeepers Creepers from Blockbuster on my birthday when it came out. Always loved it. Yeah, it's amazing.
One of my memories of Jeepers Creepers, I remember going on a school trip, and we ended up in a supermarket, and you know they used to have those DVD spin stands.
Yeah.
Get like films on it. I remember we were on a school trip, and I remember my teacher buying it while we were there, and she was like trying to hide it from us. Yeah. She's like,
brilliant.
Out with 20 kids, and she's like, oh, Jeepers Creepers, I'm going to grab that. And I remember her like sneakily like holding it and putting it in the thing.
Like it was porn.
I was aware of it. I was always into my horror movies. I remember being jealous. I go, oh,
yeah, bitch.
Can I come over and watch it with you?
Oh, do you know what you need in your house, Kurt? One of those rotating stands. If you could get hold of one.
I've been looking into getting some sort of like piece where I could put my VHS tapes on. I'd love it. I wouldn't want to do it with DVDs. It would have to be VHS tapes. Some sort of cool stand that replicates like, 90s.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, like you said, the spin new one like you'd see in shops. That'd be great.
I reckon you could find one on eBay somewhere. There's probably a website that sells those type of things.
Well, someone could just fashion one, innit? Easily, you know.
Yeah.
It'd look awesome, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Batshit Shakari says, in fact, put in the first one on now. Well, no, you're in the middle of we're watching a show. I'm out of here.
Do you know what? Out of all the movies we've talked about tonight, I fancy watching Jeepers Creepers now as well.
I honestly when I watched the second one, right, the opening scene is incredible, the scarecrow scene, and you can see because there's an amazing line in the first one, "That ain't my scarecrow," or something like that, paraphrasing. And I just think the director, I hate saying his fucking name, just thought, oh, that looked cool, and then that's where the idea came from the second one. And it's so good, that opening, and when he just looks amazing and turns back, it's brilliant. And again, it's that performance, that presence he's got, even stuck on that post. But I love a monster movie, and I never understood the hate for the second one, because I'm like, well, we know he's a monster now, and this is an all-in monster movie, and it explores the lore a bit better, enough, not too much. But it's this is awesome. I'm like, what? People got shit in their eyes. This is a fucking brilliant movie. One of the best.
Yeah, for me, both of them are 4-star movies.
4-star.
Yeah. They're fantastic horror movies.
Yeah. Look what we got here, Kurt. Jill John has just given us a super chat of £5. Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much, Jill. Sheba Dog bowing respectfully.
Okay.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, what's that?
But regardless, thank you so much, Jill. We appreciate that massively.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jordan Moran says, despite studying the shed scene from Commando for years, I'm afraid that the creeper is too vicious. Do you know, right? The shed scene in Commando, because there's an uncut version and it's really, really violent. His arms getting hacked off. But that's such a good scene. If you watch Commando, he goes through hell, and then he has one little thing, and he's killed all those soldiers. Inspector Care. Oh, he's got a scratch. Look at this. 2 super chats. Oh, $4.99 from Ben.
Christ. What's going on? Ben says, pair character holding his belly laughing out loud. Oh, do you know what, James?
I don't know what's going on.
Both of them, they're probably emojis. Pair character holding his belly laughing out loud. They're probably, because when someone puts an emoji in, it types out what it is.
Is it?
Yeah, so I have no idea. Maybe it's a GIF, maybe it's an emoji.
Yeah, it must be, because
that's too random.
Yeah, because the emojis that we got on our channel for members,
they don't show up like.
Well, they weren't showing up on the last thing we were using, the restream, but we haven't tested it yet, because they were coming up as weird asterisks or something. I can't remember now.
But thank you so much, Ben. We appreciate that massively.
Any support for the channel is amazing. I really appreciate it. Batshit Scary says, soon enough they'll remake it and make the creeper trans just eat the bits he needs. Oh, God. Oh, brilliant. And it'll be up for 13 Oscars.
Just eat the bits he needs.
That's genius.
I date to be in that Jeepers Creepers as a man.
That is genius. Does the creeper need a dick, go? You know, he's like, you know what? I'm a monster. I don't need one.
Do you know when he goes away, Jenks? You don't know what he's up to. You don't know if there's a Mrs. Creeper out there.
A Mrs. Creeper.
And obviously, he gets new body parts, and then maybe he comes back home and she's like, oh, whose willy have you got this time? Oh, it's smaller than the last one.
Oh, why have you got balls? What's the point?
Get back out there. Get a new one.
All right. Do you know, I love when horror creates a name. Like, he has never been branded as the Creeper. He's just been nicknamed the Creeper. And I don't think there's any reference. I don't think the director's ever called him the Creeper.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the Creeper is Creep Show.
Yes.
And then you've got the Creep.
Yeah, because it's only called Jeepers Creepers because of the song.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know actually where it came from, but I think I've just heard people calling him the Creeper.
Oh, it's pretty much universal now, the Creeper.
Yeah. Well, it's Jenks. It's the same as Pinhead.
Yeah, Pinhead, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They've acknowledged that Pinhead is his name now, but they've even said, they're like, well, it's silly because they're not pins.
Yeah, it's nails, isn't it? Yeah. There's another monster as well. I can't think that it's called something, and it's never
Rawhead Rex. No one's ever called him Rawhead Rex.
No one's ever watched it.
Hey, I own it on Blu-ray 3 times.
3 times. I love it 3 times as much as anybody.
Yes.
Batcha Scary says the van is up there with the kiddie catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I'll tell you one thing, he is not as scary as the kiddie catcher from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. It's nightmare fuel. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it is. It's yeah, I know.
I remember when I was in school, I think it was maybe like a year 5 trip. They would always take the class to London to go see all the bomb shelters and the simulators, all the World War simulators, like. And I remember being excited because I knew people years above me like, oh, I can't wait to get to year 5. I got to go to London and see these war simulators. I remember my brother telling me that you go in a bunker and it shakes, and I was so excited, right? I get to year 5 and they take us to London, Jenks, but they take us to go see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Oh my God, I was devastated, Jenks.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastated. Apart from the car coming out into the crowd, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was gutted. Absolutely gutted.
I couldn't think of anything worse. Do you know when on a school trip before, when I was about I don't know, 8 or something, we went to the cinema. Sounds awesome, innit? We all went to the cinema. Guess we fucking saw Fantasia, Disney's Fantasia. Even as kids, we were like, this is a musical. This is shit.
I watched Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland on a school trip.
That's not so bad, is it? At least it's Tim Burton.
No.
Have you ever seen Fantasia? Do you know what it is?
Yes, I had it on video.
It's the stuff of nightmares for children, because I don't know what they were thinking. It's a piece of shit.
I liked it when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in years.
Oh, do you know, funny enough, we were talking about Return to Oz a few weeks ago. So my daughter, my youngest daughter, she just watched Wicked and she saw the musical recently. So she's into Wizard of Oz. She watched Wizard of Oz. It's her favourite film, which I think is really cool. A film made in the 30s. So I said, you got to watch Return of the Living Dead then. You got to watch Return to Oz. And it happens to be on Disney Plus. I didn't realise Disney actually made the other ones, not the first one. And I stuck it on. My wife stuck it on. And I said, did I imagine that she was in a nut house at the start and they do electrotherapy to her head? Was it like a Mandela effect? And I said, no, it isn't it? And it's only like a U or something.
What, in Return to Oz?
Yeah. It's quite horrifying.
Do you know the snow scene in Wizard of Oz?
I can't remember snow in it.
Well, there was snow used or something. Apparently, it was asbestos.
Oh, I did hear that. I mentioned it the other day, funny enough. Yeah, old school. Yeah,
mental.
They were tough in those days, weren't
they?
Ben says, his spit is petrol. Oh. You're on about the petrol breath is the creeper. And he says, I can't remember the second creeper film. I will have to watch it again. Been decades. It's just the one with the school bus. And it's one location, and it's a very low concept story, but it's very effective. I highly recommend.
Yeah, it's on YouTube, I believe.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. I'm glad people can get it, but it just devalues the movie, doesn't it?
I've got the first one on Blu-ray, but the second one I'd say it's quite hard to get hold of on Blu-ray anyway. It's not that it hasn't had much love. I think you can get it. I think Scream Factory did there. You can get a ship from America, which I'll probably do at some point. But over here in the UK, it doesn't have much love.
It's weird as well, because we were talking earlier today about Dawn of the Dead remake, and it's on YouTube. You said there's no 4K, I think. Did you say that? And it's like, but it's a Zack Snyder movie, so he's a massive director. There's a lot of love for the movie. James Gunn made it. You're thinking it would be like high-end sort of horror.
Yeah, I don't know how... Like, we put up videos, right, and it's got a 5-second clip in it, and we get a copyright strike. But someone's uploaded the full movie of Dawn of the Dead. Yeah. And I don't know how long it's been up there, but it's been up there a while. And no flags. No one's looking for it.
Yeah, that is weird. I don't know how it works.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not like
I
it's
have
in
no
the
idea.
public domain or something where you can just stick it on. It's weird, really weird. There's loads of films on YouTube, but just and it's some things get pulled down eventually, but as if YouTube go, I can't be asked. Leave it
Yeah.
there. Do you want to read a few of these, Kurt?
Jordan says the creeper in the fourth one just took something Captain Kirk would have banged.
Yeah, he wouldn't care. He'd wake up in a planet, doesn't use any protection. Don't worry about space herpes. There's probably a
Space
cure.
AIDS.
It's probably a cure on a ship somewhere. It's fine. Space AIDS.
I'll find a rotating stand cut. Yes, you will. He's good at finding shit. Random shit. Andy says, what if Film Commando is definitely of its time, but again, rewatchable. Pure 80s cheese, but I own that on 4K and I'm proud of it.
I am a massive fan of Commando. I'm very aware it's shit, but I love it. My friend and I, we watch it and we love poking fun at it because we love it, but it is ridiculous. It's
bullied with love.
Yeah, like he jumps off a plane and he just lands in some grass. It's great. It's so good. Where are we? Oh, so look. Yeah, so it doesn't work, the emojis.
Oh, there we are.
This is what came up. Maybe it's across the board. I wonder if they work for like a StreamYard.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Tyler says, oh yeah, I seen the emoji. It's exactly that. And he's got an exercise headband.
That's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all this. See, nothing's coming up. Yeah, I think it's across the board. Like they work well.
Jenks, Curtis Barlow.
They work well on YouTube, but they don't show up on these. And I did email them, the last company, and they said, "Oh, it's not something we do."
You shook your hand at them.
I know. They couldn't even see. Yeah, Tyler says I've never seen Royal Rex. Don't watch it. Do not watch it.
Don't listen to him. It's a good film.
It's crap. That's one we can do. That's a good call.
Rex.
Yeah. I hate it.
I'll do Rawhead Rex.
Do you love it enough to,
Yes, I really like it. I own it 3 times, Jenks.
I own it 3 times less. I know. I bought it and threw it away 3 times. It's so shit. He's got light bulbs for eyes.
I really like that film.
Not even Clive Barker likes that film.
No, okay. I know, and that's the only reason he directed Hellraiser. But he's got more reason to hate it, Jenks, because it's his baby, man.
I think...
I'm not saying it's a good film, but it's got a shit ton of charm.
Did he direct Nightbreed?
I think he might have.
That was a weird film because it took ages to come out in Britain. It's a crap film. It's rubbish. It's got good monsters, good makeup and all that, but the plot and it's rubbish. And the trailer, oh my god! I
can't be asked for you, Jenks.
You love Nightbreed.
I like Nightbreed. Yes, it's a good film, Jenks. It's a cult movie. A lot of people love it.
Yeah, not a lot.
David Cronenberg as a villain. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, he's good and he looks good. I love his make. I love the mask and stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang Kid Snatcher's terrifying. Yeah, no business being that scary. For shame.
Yeah, I love sort of like kids things that become like nightmare fuel and they have no intention at the time. We definitely need to do a video on things like meant for kids.
Oh god, there's loads.
Yeah, I can't think of the top of my head now, but I know the Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is one of the most famous.
Scariest characters in non-horror movies.
Yeah. Like he's a kind of a Jimmy Savile kind of character, and like horrible looking. Yeah. Like he's horrible looking, and he's meant to be not horrible. It's like, well, how come he not know a bit like Jimmy Savile? Like he must have known. He looks scary.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, Tyler says I really did have a nightmare of him. Yeah, I'm not surprised, man. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. I'll read a few of these now, Kurt. Ben says, I had Phantasm Phantasm bedroom.
Fantasia bedroom.
Oh, Fantasia, sorry. The old man painted it all. I've never seen any of those films.
Fantasia, man.
Oh, I'm thinking Phantasm again.
Oh, right, no, Fantasia. Yeah, because when he was a baby, he had a phantasm bedroom.
It's well, we're on a horror channel, and he's your brother. I figured he could have a monster on his wall. Do you know the only reason like I thought that was going to be good is because Mickey Mouse is in it as a kid. Do you know what? Kids do not like musicals. They are horrendous.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of musicals.
And he says, I always thought the Creeper was a lot like Toombs from season 1 of X-Files. Great character, made nearly a decade earlier, 1994. Is Toombs the guy who can go skinny and go through gaps and things? I'm almost positive he can crack his bones and go through any like. Have you seen it?
No.
Oh, it's a really good monster. Very, very clever. Yeah. If I'm correct, it's a really good power as well to be able to get through any gap, and it's a good effect when his bones are crunchy and he can just manipulate any sort of gap.
Yeah.
Really, really clever.
I never got into X-Files.
It went a bit too alien-y for me. It was great when it was Monster of the Week. Like 1 week it was about Ghost, and it was about someone else. Very much like Tales from the Crypt sort of thing. But then he went all about aliens and cover-ups, and it got a bit boring, I think.
Yeah.
So Jill says, Fantasia on your wall, Curtis, by Daddy. Amazing.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you read a few of these, Kurt? Oh, I stumbled up at us.
John says, 101 films of Jeepers Creepers 1, 3, and 4. Yeah, exactly. I have 101's Jeepers Creepers. I don't own 3 or 4. But it's just a bloody shame that they couldn't get the rights to the second one.
You'd think it'd be the same studio, isn't it? It's weird.
I know. It's weird sometimes how the rights work. Where did you get the Commando 4K, Curtis? You can buy it on Amazon, not physical, but you can buy it on Amazon Prime. What do they call the video side of it? I don't know.
Amazon Video. What do you mean, no?
Amazon Video, yeah. So I don't own it physically, Jod, but you can buy it on Amazon in 4K. Thanks for putting the clown back, Jenks. He's back.
Just for you, Don. Just for you. I know when you said it, it was planning on getting it back, but I had to have Curtis' opinion. I was like, whether it's worth having it. But yeah, do you know, I've just stuck it with some
Prime Video, man.
Prime Video.
Let me get it up. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Go on, you can talk, Jens. I'm just getting someone up a second.
Yeah, so for me, I think if we're just judging from tonight, it's Pennywise, Jeepers Creepers, and Ghostface. Obviously, Ghostface is the easiest to beat because he's just a dude. But then if you beat him, there's another one coming. Then you've got Pennywise. He's like a godlike sort of powers. Can't really beat him. And then the Creeper, if he's just like a man, like an unstoppable man like Jason, he's a fucking badass. Especially in the first one when he takes out all those cops. It's very Terminator 1, just picking them off one by one.
Yeah, I'd say the Creeper's my least chance of survival out of any of them. There's no chance I want to go up against that guy.
Yeah, I think he's nails. And I think out of all of them, so which one's your favourite of the three? Is it Pennywise?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I think it's the Creeper for me.
They'd be my favourite movies, favourite monster. Creeper a close second, like. Well, yeah. Maybe not, but I love him.
I just gutted that franchise has not done. It's just it's not enough love. Honestly, I wish there was like. No, it doesn't have to have 6 of them. I just wish there was more love for the first 2. And I just wish you could have raised that fourth one.
It's okay to have 2 in there. They're 2 solid movies. That's fine. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, there's been so many franchises that have had so much time and money pumped into them over the years. Yeah. I just feel like Jeepers Creepers deserves that love too.
Yeah, because if you think Pennywise has only got 2 movies, really, you know.
Yeah, think how hard it is to create a horror icon.
Yeah.
It must be a really hard task to get people engaged in a horror icon. And by the time Jeepers Creepers had come out, think of all the people that had tried. You're going back to 70s, 80s, 90s were big for this sort of genre. So many tried, so many came, and it was successful.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers comes along and they've got this new great iconic monster with a really good backstory, and it just didn't go anywhere.
I felt the same about Victor Crowley. I tried the first one, didn't get on with it. Never watched the others. I think it's about 4 of them.
3, I think. 1, 2, 3, yeah. I like them. They're perfectly fine movies, but yeah, I don't care that much about them, to be honest.
We've got Tyler Adams here. Toombs played by basically a dollar store version of Kevin Spacey. Would you want Kevin Spacey to be sneaking through gaps in your house?
Oh God, no.
We got Toronto Freddie. Hey guys, I would definitely survive Ghostface because he's a fucking klutz.
Yeah, he is.
He is. We said that earlier. I mean, they do poke fun of him. Scary movie, he just keeps falling.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a klutz. I think he's just got a terrible outfit. It's not designed for chasing. It's too long.
Yes.
Maybe she'd have like a mini dress version, like where it just goes up to his just above his knees, and you can see his legs.
He wouldn't look as good in trousers, would he?
Jeans on.
Maybe
maybe she just tuck it into his pants.
Yeah.
He's running. Yeah. Right. Do you know what? Are you ready to wrap it up, Kurt? We've been doing it for an hour and a half.
Yeah. I'm in the office tomorrow, Jenks.
Oh, that sucks.
So but we've got Eli Cortez. What's up, Kurt and Jenks and the Twisted Fam? Eli, what's happening, pal? Unfortunately, we are going to be wrapping up in the next 5 minutes. If there's any more comments, Jenks, not that I can see, we can just go through a few comments or something. I
think we're done. No, the comments are done. Yeah, I love these. We're going to probably do another one in a few weeks, especially when there's no movies to review. I do love talking about movies. But yeah, and we're going to start mixing up. We're going to start dedicating a whole episode to just one movie or one character because it's just fun, isn't it?
Yeah, like I said, I always just want talking points to keep the show moving forward. But I don't care if we go off on tangents and end up talking about someone else. I just want advice, something we can follow, and then we can just do whatever the hell we want.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got Wolfman right at the end there. I always turn up at the end. Bloody hell, pal.
I know. Yeah, check out his channel, Barry, over there. It's awesome. He's killing it at the moment. Proper killing it. Yeah, nice one for jumping on, buddy. We got Punkachino. Hi, guys, just arrived, but I'll check out the rest of it. Yes. Roll it back to the start.
Awesome. Thank you, pal. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I would say it's gold, but... Probably not. Me and you both got hangovers. Didn't have a lot of good sleep last night.
Well, you did have a good sleep?
No, I never do. I've got a crap sleeper lately. I can sleep all right, but I get too many nightmares and dreams, and I wake up knackered as if I'm. I think you're the same, innit? You don't have good sleep, do you?
No, I sleep. I always have a good sleep. Proper deep sleeper.
Yeah, right. Let's we're gonna wrap it up then, guys. I really appreciate you guys jumping on. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
And we are gonna be putting a video out this week, and we'll be back for next Sunday. We haven't 100% decided what we're gonna do yet, but we'll be posting in a few days. If you're on Facebook, jump onto our group. We post like reviews and anything to do with horror. People post there like physical media. It's a good community, isn't it?
It's getting there.
And if you want to join our memberships, you can join from as little as 99 pence and 99 cents.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yeah. What's that today? Cracking film. But yeah, and also if you love horror, please subscribe. Please share us if you think someone might like us. And we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Thank you all for jumping on, guys.
See you next week.